The Chicago Sky played their first preseason game, and the new look Sky did not come out with the victory, but we're going to talk about some of the things and takeaways from this game right after this.
Welcome to Chicago Sky Central, and here's your host, Haize.
All right, Sky fans, welcome to another episode of Chicago Sky Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Sky related. If you want to follow me, you can do so at CEO Haize, that's CEO Haize. If you want to follow the channel, you can do so at Shy Sky Pod on every social media platform, but Chicago Sky Pod, not Shy Sky Pod. You know what I mean. With that being said, first off, before we get into this, I just want to, you guys know I usually start off every episode with some news from around the WNBA, but many of you may also know, and if you've been following the channel, I was supposed to live stream after the game, and that is something that we will be doing during the season. But for some reason, some inexplicable reason, the WNBA did not air this game anywhere. I can understand a WNBA preseason on a time where NBA playoff games are going on. Maybe you don't find the national outlets to air the game. But the fact that even on your own app, WNBA League Pass, which I think is one of the best values in all sports subscriptions at $25 for the season, right? Not even a month, just $25 flat for the season. You don't air your own preseason games during this? It's not like cameras aren't there. We've seen highlights, we got highlights, but you did not air the game live anywhere. Not on your website, not on your league pass, your app that you control, not anywhere. To me, that is unacceptable, right? You would never see that from almost any other major sport, right? Is that you want to put as many eyes on your product as possible. And, yes, I get it if you can't air it, things like that, but why not? You have cameras rolling there. It's not like the cameras weren't on. It's not like anything wasn't going on. You had cameras rolling. Even if it's not the best presentation, it's preseason. You want to capitalize off of the NCAA women's tournament, which killed almost every other sporting events in ratings for the most part, and you don't capitalize off that by airing your opening preseason game. It's not like it's just because it's the Chicago Sky. This was the opening preseason weekday for the WNBA, period. You did not think to air that night? That's wild to me, right? And it was two games on. The Mystics versus the Lynx, which actually was a pretty damn good game, and the Sky versus the Dallas Wings. It is what it I guess it is what it is, but I just wanted to start off the show by mentioning it. But let's go ahead and get into the content for today. Let's break down this game. So this was a game that, it's a preseason game. You didn't expect everyone to play hard, their hardest, right? Especially with the new team. You're just trying to figure out that rotation, things like that. The Chicago Sky starters got outworked. Now, it's outworked in the preseason, but they got outworked nonetheless. When you look at it, Clea Copper leading all Chicago Sky players in minutes at 29 minutes. She also leads the team in scoring with 16 points, 6 of 13 shooting, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals in this game. She had 5 turnovers, though, which definitely need to get that underhand, at plus-minus of -4, and she led the way. And we know that coming into the season, almost everything is going to go through Ka this season. Isabel Harrison, the next highest scoring player in that starting lineup with 11 points. She goes 4 of 9. She hits a 3-pointer in this game as well. Only 3 rebounds in this. But overall, the Chicago Sky just got outworked as a team. When you look at this, they went 27 of 63 from the field for 42% shooting. We need to be a lot more effective with that once the regular season happens. We also only went 4 of 12 from three-point range. And we got 35 rebounds overall, which that is going to be our bread and butter. We got out-rebounded by only 1 in this game. We had 3 blocks as a team, which is solid. But the thing is, the Dallas Wings had 6 blocks in that game. And then turnovers, right? We had 16 total turnovers in this game. Now, the Wings also had 15, but to me, that's indicative of a team that's still trying to figure out each other, right? They're still trying to find each other, figure out where they like the ball, how they like the ball, who's going to be doing the primary ball handling in this. Marina Mabry did not start in this game. We do expect her to be a starter. So the starters were Dana Evans starting at point guard, Candace Williams starting at the 2. You had Clea Copper at the 3, Isabel Harrison at the 4, and Elizabeth Williams at the 5. Now, again, we already talked about we did not shoot the ball very effectively in this game at all as a team. But let's talk about some of the players that did shine in this game. None of the starters, I would say, really shine. Even Kalia Copper leading the way in scoring. It wasn't a Kalia Copper type a performance that you would expect from her and that you should expect from her in the regular season. But again, that's expected, right? The starters got completely outworked in this game. When you look at the starters by the Dallas Wings, they had 3 players in double digits in this game, and that is something the Sky just weren't able to overcome. Tiara McCowan in this game leading all scorers with 17 points. We also had Natasha Howard in this game scoring 11 points and having 8 rebounds in this game, making a big impact for the Dallas Wings in this game. And then you had also Arike Ungunbawale. I think I know I'm completely murdering her name. I apologize, Queen. I'm going to get it right. But she also had 10 points in this game. They led the way. The starters led the way big time for the Dallas Wings. But the rookies, some of the rookies and our camp invitees really did play pretty well in this game. When you look at Trailer in this game, she didn't score any in this game, playing some pretty solid defense, didn't registered a rebound and assist. But Morgan Birch in this game, she absolutely dazzled when you look at coming in as a camp invitee. She was 4 or 5 from the field, 3 rebounds in this game. She was she almost led the way in bench scoring with 9 points in this game, playing really good. And then our sophomore player in Rebecca Gardner coming in, her scoring 10 points in this game, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. She only had 3 turnovers in this game as well, and she had a block. Rebecca Gardner is primed and ready to go. So there's not really a lot of takeaways in this game. This is, like I said, kind of filling it out, still trying to figure out who's going to make the roster overall. Morgan Birch coming in at a position of need at that forward position on a training camp deal. Don't be surprised if she walks away, especially if Lee Yaru is not ready to go by the start of the season. But again, didn't really get to see a lot of it. But in 9 minutes, the fact that she was able to score 9 points in 8 minutes, that says a lot, right? They were actually going to her. They're trying to take a look at her, feeding her the ball, allowing her to take some shots in there. She took the second most shots off the bench, only to Rebecca Gardner, which is to be expected. Some of the other takeaways, we all knew and said this was going to be Dana Evans, really her chance to shine. She played 24 minutes in this game, goes 3 of 8 from the field, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, only 8 points in this game. But again, you 8 shots to get 8 points, not efficient at all. She didn't get to the free throw line, didn't hit the 3 effectively, did make 2 3-pointers in this game out of the only 4 that the Chicago Sky did make in there. So there's that at least to look forward to. But overall, not a huge amount to take away from this game. But overall, that's kind of how it happened. I wish the game would have been live. I was looking forward to being able to go live with you guys. Me and Steve-O were absolutely. But it kind of is what it is there. We'll be back. The Sky do play again on Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. I don't know if that game is going to be aired live or not. If it's going to be aired, if you look at League Pass on the WNBA, they don't even have their preseason games listed. They don't have highlights of their preseason game. Come on, Sky. I mean, come on, WNBA. Get it together. But we do play Sunday against the Indiana Fever. I don't know if that's going to be available or not, but either way, even if it's not available live, I may not be live to you guys after the game, but I will get an episode for you guys out after the game. So be on the lookout for that. That's it. Thank you for being the best part of Chicago Sky Central. Make sure you guys are following the show at Chicago Sky Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoSkyCentral@gmail.com. And then lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail for mailbag episodes, I want to hear from you guys. How do you feel about the WNBA not airing their preseason games, even on their own app? It's a problem for me. But the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the #1 spot for everything Chicago Sky related because of you guys. Like I like to end everything on. I'll see you guys next time we go to Skytown. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.